we're going to discuss when you should use a bar chart versus a pie chart. We have these two great displays of qualitative data, but the question is, when is one more preferable over the other? And I'm hoping to show you a brief example to illustrate this. So I went ahead and came up with a data set where 11 people were asked about their exercise habits. And they were given two questions. What types of exercise do you do regularly? So they were allowed to answer as many types of exercises as they wanted to for that one. And then the second question was essentially, what is your favorite type of exercise? So they were forced to choose which type of exercise they liked the best. So the data would look something like this. You can see here are my 11 people. And again, anytime someone chose more than one, for instance, the second person liked to run and swim or did those types of exercises regularly, then you can see they repeated twice in the data set. So you can see for person 5, they only have one type of exercise they do regularly, which was to walk and so forth. So you can kind of get an understanding of what this data represents. The second little piece of data here, same people, same 11 individuals, but they were asked to choose their favorite. So they were only allowed to put one. So I point this out because the bar chart and the pie chart are probably types of displays you'd want to do for this qualitative data. It's just one is better than the other for the different situations. So what I want to do now is go to StatCrunch, where I have this data in my StatCrunch, and kind of illustrate to you how to make the graphs and then talk about which one's best. So here, let's do the first one. The first one is where someone can choose more than one topic. And you can see here, actually one person actually chose 3. They like to run, bike, and swim. So if we have this type of data where more than one category someone can select, then you're going to want to graph it with a bar plot or bar chart. And this is the first option in StatCrunch. Now we have the entire data set there, so we'll say with data. And that column is just called exercise. So I'm going to select that over to be my column I want StatCrunch to graph. And that's about it. I don't need to do anything special here. Just select the column I want and hit compute. And here we see our bar plot or bar chart. You can see underneath bike, run, swim, walk in alphabetical order. I believe that's how they chose to put them. And you can see that there were 18 different values or different categories chosen here. And if we add up the top, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 3, that adds up to 18. So you can see the 18 choices depicted here. Now, for the second one. For this one, I guess what I should point out is that for this particular data set here, where one is able to choose more than one, you absolutely do not want to do a pie chart for this one. A pie chart is not a good display of this data, just because of the general fact that one can choose more than one. A pie chart is better used when each respondent is forced to choose one answer, one sport here, their favorite sport, and that's the one where you're going to want to use a pie chart. With data again, so again, just with the graph button, pie chart being the second option with data, and now I'm going to choose favorite. So let's peek back over there. You can see the way I labeled that column for the second organization of data, or the second question, was favorite. I'm just going to hit compute. And you can see here is the pie chart. So it also gives you a nice legend over here and gives you counts and the percent or the relative frequency, as you want to think about it, to let you know what's going on there. So just as a quick summary, when you ask yourself what types of exercise do you do regularly, you're going to have to put that in a bar chart. It's a better display, it won't distort the data. And when you have what is your favorite type of exercise, a pie chart's a great way to display this. And I guess you could use a bar chart for this one as well. I guess either is appropriate for the second question. But for the first question, you are pretty much held to displaying it with a bar chart, or as StatCrunch calls it, a bar plot.